travel with me because I was so scared to go alone. And I think back, I'm almost 50. I'll be 50 in about a month. And I think back now wondering, why did I do that? And like I said, I want to kind of share this story with y'all this morning because I'm like, okay, I know there's more than just me who I guess who has done something like this. I guess I put it that way. And I had to learn from this, from those situations. I didn't go on my first trip until I was close to 30 years old. I was maybe like between 26 and 30, but 26 and 29, close to 30. And me having waited all that time, waiting for folks to, of course, I'm an organizer, so I love to, of course, plan the trips and see where we're going and do all this stuff and look for the prices and do all the. I still do that because I do plan my own trips and stuff like that as well, looking for flights and all this kind of stuff. And I planned several trips actually, probably since I was, let me see, about 19, 20, up until my first trip, like I said, when I was 26, 27 years old. I planned several trips with family, with friends, different folks. Talk about, oh, I want to go here too. I want to experience this too. I want to go too. And it ended up being nobody went. Of course, I was saving my money and that kind of thing. Some folks weren't even saving. Oh, I didn't even save the money. I ain't got the money now. Something happened, all this kind of stuff. Then get close to the date. Oh, I can't go now. This is happening. That's going on. Oh, I don't know if I want to go now. Just all these excuses. And like I said, I spent I guess those almost 10 years just waiting on folks to, of course, travel with me because I was so scared to travel alone. So scared to travel alone. Because we know we hear all this stuff on the news and on Facebook and on all these social medias about traveling alone. Somebody that got kidnapped or somebody got hurt or somebody got robbed or something else happened. I don't know, whatever happened. Why is they going alone? Or you feel insecure and self-conscious about going alone because you ain't got nobody to talk to. That was part of my problem too. It wasn't just the fears of a single traveler, is what they say, quote unquote, on the news, what's going to happen. But not just that. It wasn't the fears. It was because I didn't want to sit there and be talking to nobody but myself. I wanted somebody to, of course, a friend or somebody to, of course, join me and go along so I could have somebody to talk to and chat with and lean on, all that kind of stuff. And thank you, Hannah, for tuning in. I hope you're doing well. And like I said, I spent so many years waiting on folks to get their money together, to get their life together, to actually say, yes, I want to go, besides just, yeah, I'll go, and then all of a sudden don't want to go because of whatever reason. And most of it, to me, wasn't valid reasons. I could see if it was for a family, somebody passed away, or kids, or you got to move or something like that. It was just because I don't want to go. I thought about it. Us women going on a trip together. I don't want to go because this may happen, that may happen. I'm allowing everybody else's fears and all their lack of having money they claim, even though it was a whole year or two in advance. I had been saving every month and that kind of thing. When they're saying that they're saving and they're going to save too and go on the trip, and they didn't save a doggone thing. So I'm the main one, like I said, sitting up here planning and coordinating and saving my money. And I'm like, okay, everybody keeps saying that I want to go. And for me, like I said, for me, travel has always been something big in my life. No, I did not travel growing up at all. My parents were on drugs. We didn't have no money to travel. The closest I traveled was maybe like a 10-minute drive across the Mississippi River to go to East St. Louis to visit some cousins. And my day's going well, Hannah. I hope your day's going well too. I'm actually at work waiting to go into work this morning and want to do a quick video with y'all because I know I'm not the only one who's been waiting for folks to go travel with them. And when you're waiting, nobody goes, you're wasting your time. I know how that feels. I've been there many a times. So that's what I'm talking about this morning, Hannah. I don't know if this fits you or you've been in that situation or you're currently in that situation. Like I said, I know a lot of us go through that. And like I said, I'll be 50 next month. So sitting up here, I'm just thinking back to all the times that I did that. And like I could have been experiencing all this stuff back then. Little by little, I guess I put it that way, because I wasn't rich, or social workers, we don't get paid that much. But I mean, we get paid something to at least save some money, to at least go somewhere, I'll put it that way. Even if it's once a year. But like I said, just definitely waiting on these people, family, friends, all these excuses. Nobody didn't save money. I got my money ready to go. Like I said, I was so hurt and upset. Because I was so scared to go on those trips by myself. And now I can say I have been on my first solo trip. I went back in January, 8 months ago. My first solo trip. And I can't say I enjoyed it that much. It was a good time going by myself, but I had a leg pain, a muscle pain that was killing me. So I couldn't really do all the stuff I wanted to do. But the whole gist was that I still took a solo trip by myself. It was a 5-day cruise on Carnival Firenze, going to Ensenada and to Catalina Island. And that video's on my page as well. And I will tag it in here so y'all can check it out too. But like I said, y'all, it took me so long to go on actually, that wasn't my first trip. I forgot. That's my first cruise. My first actual trip by myself was back in 2018. It was Memorial Day, because it was Memorial Day weekend. I went to stay with some people. Well, I knew them from Facebook. I put it that way. Had never met them in person. My family, something's going to happen. You don't know these people. Why are you going to go stay with them? And just all these fears and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, I feel comfortable to go. I don't feel like, if worse gets to worse, if I get there, the lady's crazy, her kids crazy, the house crazy, I'll just go to a hotel. I'm like, okay, then I didn't think she was going to kill me. I put it that way. Like I said, we had many FaceTime calls, maybe like 2 or 3 years in advance. I've been on this lady for a long time, just on social media, but not in real life. And of course, I got a chance to go visit her in real life. Her and her family stayed at her home. That was actually my first trip by myself. And like I said, my family, friends, why are you doing this? Why do you want to go? You don't know them. All this kind of stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'm not scared to go. Why y'all scared for me to go? I'm like, y'all didn't want to travel with me to go nowhere, so what's the point? And I'm like, I have to get her and do these things for myself. And yes, I did go. I'm still here today. Nothing happened. She's still a good friend of mine, that kind of thing as well. Nothing happened. But all those fears that we have, like I said, whether it's from family, friends, co-workers, whoever it's from, the news will tell you can't travel solo as a woman because you may get kidnapped, or somebody gonna kill you, or I don't know, somebody gonna rob you, or which all those things I'm sure has happened to somebody since I've been born. I'm sure they have happened. In the last 49 years, I'm sure it's happened. It ain't happened every single time. I watch a lot of folks on her videos. Everyone's, I guess, people who are, of course, solo traveling, women, that kind of thing, they are just fine. And like I said, I know that was one of my issues, of course, not wanting to travel by myself, because I thought I was going to be killed or robbed, or they make it seem like it's so bad out in the world. I'm like, okay, the area I lived in St. Louis City was a hell of a lot worse than going to Mexico. I'm like, okay, well, I guess dodging bullets at home. I'm like, okay, what in the world? It wasn't as bad as people have said, quote unquote, or the news has said, quote unquote. Nothing happened to me at all. I guess you can say I'm lucky. I don't know the case, but I'm sure every woman or man that travels solo is not being kidnapped and killed nowhere. Or robbed or anything else. I'm sure that, because I see too many out here doing it every single day. And like I said, I hope that somebody's hearing this video this morning. Don't wait on your friends and family. If you want to travel, go ahead and travel. I wish I would have, instead of waiting on everybody and to save their money like I was doing, or to even get up the courage to actually go on a trip somewhere, or cruise. Or I planned cruises, land trips, all types of stuff back in the day. I still do it now. Like I said, I plan my own cruises and stuff. Very good. I should have been a travel agent, which, like I was told, but I have not gotten into that realm yet. But like I said, I actually love planning and coordinating travel. So I don't have any reason to not do it. And I see, like I said, I do my research to places and that type of thing. And I see folks, like I said, traveling all the time by themselves, and nothing has happened. And I know that, like I said, the news has done a really good job. The news, I can't blame it on social media. I guess it could be social media. I don't know too. But back in the day, we didn't have social media. So I'm working off the news here. The news in my family environment growing up and that kind of thing, nobody really traveled. Nobody traveled, actually. I have an aunt right now. She's retired. She's in her mid upper 70s. Now her and her husband travel. They travel cruises all the time. They go on all kind of places. Cruises, Vegas. They doing all types of group cruises, all types of stuff. Now, I don't know if she was doing it back, how much she did it back when she worked. I know she still did go on trips. But she was the only person that I knew in my family out of probably 100 and some people who were traveling, or who even wanted to travel, besides me. And like I said, just waiting on all these people, I'm like, I could have been on these trips a long time ago. And I cannot say that I regret not going on the trips. At first I did because I was so upset. So I'm like, I saved all my money, I did all this, and I still could have went on that trip anyway, but I was scared to go by myself. Nowadays, no, I'm not scared to go by myself at all. Like I said, I went to Vegas the first time by myself, stayed in a friend's house for those, I think it was 4 or 5 days, and went on this Carnival cruise back 8 months ago, the first cruise, solo cruise, even though I do have a partner and that kind of thing, but the first solo cruise, 5 days Carnival Firenze. Like I said, that video is on here on this channel. I'll tag it in the description so y'all can check it out. Even though I had some leg pain and couldn't do everything I wanted to do, I still took a solo cruise by myself. That's all that mattered. I put it that way. And like I said, I know now that there's no reason for me to wait on anybody. My partner couldn't get off of that cruise in January. I booked it anyway. Yes, oh, you gonna go by yourself? Yes, I am. We of course talked every day, and not every day, but I guess, but throughout the days or whatever, that kind of thing. But he was like, I wish I was there too. I'm like, well, hopefully next time you are. But like I said, I cannot. Traveling was something that I've always wanted to do as a kid. Like I said, we didn't have social media back in the 80s and that kind of thing, 90s when I was growing up. And like I said, definitely, I had to realize that all those times I looked at the National Geographic shows on TV on Channel 9 in St. Louis. They had, it wasn't called the Travel Channel back then, but like I said, National Geographic. And they had a show like the Travel Channel. Folks were, of course, traveling around, showing you like different areas they went to, meeting the people there, eating the foods there. Like I said, it wasn't the Travel Channel, but it was a channel like that. Because back in the day, I don't know what it was called. Besides National Geographic, it was something else too. But like I said, just realizing that me seeing those things, reading books with different people in different places, seeing folks, like I said, hearing the folks at my school. I was the only black kid in a white school for when I went to grade school, and that maybe like the first 3-4 years. Afterwards, we got like a few more black kids, that kind of thing. But seeing these kids, parents pull them out of school to go to Europe and to go to these places, I'm like, people do that? I had no idea. Like I said, nobody where I grew up ever went on trips, except for my aunt. That's the only one. But nobody else in the neighborhood nor the family, out of hundreds of folks, nobody else went on any kind of trip to even tell me what the experience was like. But I knew that I wanted to travel because I knew that St. Louis, Missouri, and wherever else I was staying was not what I always wanted to see. I know there was a bigger world out there. I saw the globe. I saw the map. I saw the islands on the map and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, why in the world am I sitting up here waiting for these folks when they ain't serious about when they're not serious about even trying to travel anywhere? And I'm saying that I didn't ask them afterwards. I was so mad. I'm like, forget y'all. I ain't got time. So I was so mad and angry about it because I'm like, I saved all my money, and we talked about this a year ago, and you still ain't saving the money, and now it's an excuse. I was so mad. But now I realize, looking back at that, I should have still took those trips anyway, because that would have been experiences for me, culture for me, traditions for me, all that kind of stuff. And I wouldn't have been so scared the first time I was going to Vegas to visit a friend, which I still had the fear, but I went anyway. Yes, I heard my family that this person can kill me in their house. I don't know these people. They can poison my food. All these things. None of that stuff happened. It's just me still heard nothing happened. And like I said, she's still a good friend to this day. See, she's moved now, but she's still a good friend to this day. And like I said, nothing happened. That was all the fears that I was letting everybody else's fears and their excuses stop me. It is what I said. Yes, while it was their excuses and their fears and that kind of thing, it was on me as well. If they weren't going, I didn't have to sit up there and just, I'm not going to go then since they ain't going. Like I said, I was scared too. Because I heard all the news, people getting kidnapped, this going on, that's going on. I'm like, okay, I don't want nothing to happen to me. That's why I wanted an extra person to go. Not just because of the fear, but somebody to talk to as well. So I wouldn't look like I was alone. And don't have friends and family to go with me and all that kind of stuff. So I know there's some of I'm pretty sure some of the stigmas people still say, seeing somebody at a restaurant eating alone, or they must ain't got nobody, or they are eating alone. Why they doing that for? I've said that. So I know other folks have said that in the past too, or probably sure currently as well. I don't say it anymore because I know that people do that for a reason. People travel alone for a reason. I understand that now. I didn't have to worry about nobody tell me they want to do this, they want to do that, they don't want to go to this show, they don't want to do. I did whatever the heck I wanted to do on that cruise, even though I couldn't do a lot because I was hurting, but I still did whatever I wanted to do on that cruise. And when I went to Vegas, I didn't have nobody tell me they didn't want to go. Okay, I'm going by myself. That's fine. I'm fine with that now. I'll put it that way. Back in the day, like I said, my 20s, 30s, no, I wasn't. I was like, I'm scared to go alone, this kind of thing. Now I'm like I said, I'll be 50 next month. I'm like, I can care less who don't go. I'm going. That's all that matters. I know how, like I said, I know how to keep myself safe as much as I can. I know how to be aware of my surroundings. Growing up in St. Louis in a war zone, I got PTSD from that. I know how to, like I said, look around, scan my surroundings, make sure I'm feeling safe. I do that every single day, even though I don't have to anymore. It's just ingrained in me. I still do that. No matter what trip I'm on, yeah, I'm not dumb and crazy and just lollygagging and just doing whatever. I'm still watching my surroundings, and that's what you're supposed to do. I don't care where you're going to and how safe they say it is. I don't care where you at. Who I heard talking about some doggone bacon? I'm like, who is like food? I'm like, what in the world? Okay. Philly, is it Philly man clips? I guess you must love bacon, I'm assuming. So I'm like, what in the world? Okay, but like I said, because this video is about travel. So, but like I said, definitely, y'all, I just want to bring this video to y'all this morning because, like I said, I know there's especially a lot of other women out there who are looking to travel and scared to go on their own. Just know that you can do it just like I did. It's okay. I know the news and all that kind of stuff want to scare us to death and all those kind of things and tell us that it's unsafe to go to Mexico, to Florida, to, I don't know, the next state over, to Europe, to wherever we're going to. They want to tell us that it's all unsafe and making us scared and all this kind of stuff. Just know that the news always, for me anyway, in my opinion, it's just a bunch of scare tactics to make us scared to do any damn thing. To go outside our door in the morning because we scared somebody gonna shoot and kill us, which could be the case in the places I grew up. Yes, that was the case for some people actually, but just know that that's not the case everywhere. And you still got to be aware of your surroundings wherever you're going. But just know that you can take that trip on your own. Start off small. If you want to take a weekend getaway, start off. This sun is coming back, y'all. Like I said, start off small and take that weekend getaway, and then work your way up from there to a weekend getaway, staycation, like a hotel in your area, or maybe an hour or two from where you stay. Go rent a hotel and go stay there for the weekend, or a day, or a night, or however long you got. Like I said, I didn't start off small, but you can definitely start off small. Especially if you have a lot of fears around traveling by yourself and solo travel and that kind of thing, because the folks have told you that they're putting all their fears on you and that kind of thing, or you feel self-conscious like I was too. Going places alone and looking like I was alone, looking like I didn't have any family or friends, nobody that loved me to go with me. I didn't have nobody to talk to, so I want to have somebody to talk to and spend some time with, all that kind of stuff, and have fun with. I know now that I can do those things on my own. I don't have to have anybody to tag along to do that. There's many of folks, I talk to everybody everywhere, all the time. My partner, he always called, I forgot the word, but I'm just a friendly Bob. That's what the word is. I talk to everybody. I talk to folks on the cruises. I don't care who they are. That's just me. I know everybody's temperament is not like that, but like I said, I'm very extroverted. I'm talking to everybody, want to have a good time, dancing with folks. I don't know these people. That's just my personality. I've been doing that since I was a little kid. I've always done that. But I know there's a lot of folks out there not like me, but that's what I'm saying if you want to start doing some solo travel, do it small at first. Go to your first staycation at the hotel. Then take a weekend getaway a few hours from your house. Then, of course, move up to maybe a train trip or a flight somewhere to like for a weekend, or then a cruise. And that like I said, then out of the country. Like I said, just work your way up, but just know that you can do it. I did it. And I'm not the only one out there who is taking trips by themselves. Yes, I have a partner. And yes, he goes on a lot of the ones that I go on now. He didn't go on the one in January, no. Because he couldn't get off work. He had just started a new job. But I still went anyway. Was I nervous about my first cruise going? Yes, I was. But I still did the actions anyway. You all just know that you're always going to have fears. You're always going to have fears. And when it comes to traveling, it's no different. Fear is fear. You're going to always have those fears. But what I always say, I'm a social worker, so that's my background. and of course, social worker and life coach. And what I always tell people, my clients, that you feel the fear and do it anyway. That's what I always do. Feel the fear and do it anyway. But like I say, I do it now. Back in my 20s, it was kind of sketchy. It just depended on what it was. The traveling, no, I did not do it by myself. Because like I said, I had the fear, but I did not take the actions. Now I know to still take the actions. Now I'm taking the actions. I guess that's probably like in my 30s, but now I'm taking, I guess when I started taking the action, mid-30s, I'm taking the actions now. I'm not going to stop until I get to what I want, I'll put it that way. And that is to travel consistently as much as I can. And like I said, I hope this video is encouraging somebody this morning to let you know that you don't have to wait for your friends and family in order to travel. Get out there and just do it. If you're trying to plan a trip or that kind of thing and looking online, they have all kind of tools we can use nowadays to plan trips. I use Expedia a lot, and of course the airlines, their apps and that kind of thing. You can use a lot of different things. Some folks use Travelocity. Some folks use all types of things. And I can share some of those, like some of the things that actually in a different video, I will talk about some of the travel tools that I use. So you all can, of course, check them out, use them too. Like I said, especially if you're looking to go solo or just looking to travel with your family and your partner, that kind of thing. It all works the same way. You just got to get out there and do it. Don't be scared to do it. I know I can say this, but the fear is real. Start taking the small actions. Small actions meaning looking up a place, looking up which hotels are within an hour of you and which one you can go stay at for in either one or two nights. That's a start. Then, of course, keep doing it for maybe a few more times, maybe if you want to. If then move on to like a few hours away from your house, 2-3 hours to drive. Where can you take a road trip to? Or longer than that if you want to. What unique, fun place that you think is fun and unique for you that you want to experience, that you want to go to. Start, like I said, start small. But just know that you can do it. Don't, like I can tell you, don't let the fears of your friends and family come into play, because they will tell you why you're going by yourself unless they've traveled like that. People, and what I've noticed, people who have not traveled at all will tell you that you shouldn't go because it's so scary and people gonna hurt you and things gonna happen. That's because they haven't went. They haven't even experienced it yet. I know that now. They haven't even experienced it yet. So of course they can't fathom how this is gonna look for you, because all they see is the news and people telling them that folks are robbed, folks are kidnapped, folks are killed, which like I said, I'm sure that is some folks. It is not everybody. It's probably 95% of the folks who go solo travel probably have no issues. I don't know what the stats are, but that's just the way I see it now. 95% of the folks, I'm sure, are fine going solo traveling. 5%, yeah, they may have issues, safety issues. But like I said, regardless of all that, safety issues are everywhere. Safety issues. I'm sitting out here in my car in the parking lot at work. There's a lot of homeless folks in the park right across the street from me. That could be a safety issue if you want to say that, because they sleep over here, sometimes like in our building, like in our gangways and stuff like that. Yes, that's a safety issue too. Okay, I'm still getting out here doing the doggone thing. I know now not to allow that fear to stop me from taking my next steps. I don't care if it's in travel or anything else in life. I'm still going to do it anyway. Push past the fear and do it anyway. And I'm telling you to push past that fear and do it anyway. Our body and our mind is trying to protect us. That doesn't mean that it's right at all. Like I said, we're always going to have fear. But take that trip anyway. Plan that first weekend getaway on your own anyway. And don't let nobody stop you. If something's going to happen, it's going to happen. That's how life works. But feel that fear and do it anyway. Like I said, I really hope this video encourages at least one person this morning. That's all I want, one person. Let me know in the comments if that one person is you. If you're scared to travel by yourself, scared to go on a trip by yourself, but you want to go ahead and take that leap, let me know in the comments. Like I said, I'll definitely see you some hearts, some what are those little horns, like the little celebration horns. I'll send you something to let you know that you're not alone, that you're going to get out here and do the damn thing. So and that you're going to do it and you're going to inspire other folks as well. So like I said, y'all, and I hope this was inspiring, like I said, for at least one person. Let me know in the comments if that was you. If you're going to go ahead and feel the fear anyway and plan that first trip. whether it's a weekend getaway, a hotel stay in your area, no matter what it is, let me know in the comments, y'all. So peace, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace and love, fam. Like I said, this is Tony with Eat and Travel with Tony. I appreciate y'all being here and being of support. Ooh, that car's speeding, y'all. Even the person talking about bacon this morning. There's a Hannah Art, is it Kai, Robert, Philly, Man Clips. Is it Margarita? Like I said, thank y'all for tuning in. And there's another Hannah as well. Thank you all for tuning in this morning. I appreciate the support. I'm sending y'all hearts. Thank you, fam. Like I said, y'all my travel fam. So like I said, thank you. And like I said, and if you're new to this channel, be of course sure to of course subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell for every time that I upload a video, so that you'll see it and get it into your and get the notification. So with that, y'all, peace out. Again, I'm sending hearts. Love you, travel fam. I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a good one. Oh, I guess I didn't end the video. There we go. I don't know if I didn't end the video, y'all. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I'm trying to end, y'all. Y'all must don't want to go this morning. Oh, goodness. I don't know what's going on this morning, actually. It's still going for some reason. I'm not sure why. Y'all, I cannot end my video this morning. I'm not sure what is going on. Uh-oh. Let me, I'm still trying to end the video. Won't end. So y'all must want to stay on here with me all day, and I can't stay on here all day for one. Oh, God, this sun is so bright, so bright, so bright. And y'all, I don't know what's going on. I can't end the video. Huh. That is quite strange, actually. Very strange. And I'm not sure what is going on. And you will no longer be live, okay? Well, let me know what's going on, camera. I'm not sure what's going on, phone. All right. Well, let me see if I just cut the... Oh, still saying I'm live. I don't know why it won't end. I don't know what's going on, y'all. Anybody know what's going on? My video will not end this morning. I do not know what is happening, actually. Okay. I don't know what is going on all of a sudden. What is this button? No. Okay, for some reason my videos, it's just it's the same thing. There's nothing on here. I don't know what is going on all of a sudden. It won't. My live won't close.